What's good with it, y'all? It's Matt Micah. It's my first YouTube video. I'm still trying to, figure out content creation and the algorithm and everything like that. So I just hope that you join me on my journey. I don't know where this is gonna go. I don't know where this is gonna lead me. I'm hoping for good things. I'm hoping for the best. I'm just here to preach a message. I feel like it's been on my heart for a long time to start content creating. I feel like God has been telling me that I have a message to put out there. I have a voice and I have something that needs to be said. So, the best time to start is right now. And so here I am. So today I want to talk about something that I'm going through that I feel like could help a lot of other people going through things out there. So recently I've been going through a lot of personal stuff with friends, relationships, stuff like that. And I don't want to make this too sad or anything, but they had to leave. They had to remove themselves from me because the things that I was doing and the way that I was acting wasn't aligning with what they were trying to pursue in their lives. So today the topic is going to be about how I basically had to die to live. I had to find humility and die to self so that a new me could be reborn. And basically what I mean by that is I had to kill the old me. I had to, I had to off him. I had to get rid of the way that I was thinking, the way that I was acting, the way that I was treating people, because I wasn't understanding what I was doing to affect these people. It was registering, but it wasn't registering. And I had to take a lot of time to think. I had to take a lot of time to myself. I had to take a lot of time with God, and just, I just had to really reflect on the whole situation, on, our friendship, the relationship. And I really just had to understand that no matter what they did, no matter how they feel, what did I do? And I feel like often a lot of people forget to ask themselves that. They forget to ask themselves, well, what did I do to upset this person? What did I do to make this person leave? What did I do to, make them not want to further the relationship with me? And they're always just trying to find blame in that person or the next person, just trying to find somebody to pivot their blame that they need to be exhibiting to themselves. I had to realize that I wasn't perfect in the situation at all whatsoever. There are a lot of things that I could have done differently. There are a lot of things that I could have changed. I could have spoke differently. I could have acted differently. I could have been more calm. I could have been more patient. I could have communicated better. There's a long list of things that I had to realize that I did wrong before I ever try to think about what someone else did wrong. Because the only way that you're ever going to improve in life, the only way that you're ever going to change is if you realize who you are truly, and that's for the good and the bad. You have to understand that there's a scale. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Libra. I genuinely believe that there is a scale between good and bad. And a lot of people just want to raise they're good, or preach that they're this good person, or they're kind-hearted and all these other things, but they're not really letting people into the bad, or the things that make them who they really are. And believe it or not, or trust it or not, you have to realize that your bad, or whatever trauma or baggage or whatever you're holding on to is fundamentally changing you as a person. Like, you holding on to what happened to you 5 years ago, 2 years ago, 6 months ago, even last week, you have to understand that you have to let go of those things. Because if you never let go of the past, or what somebody did to you, or what somebody said to you, or how somebody treated you, then you're never going to be able to look towards your future with any type of positive outlook. You're always going to think that the next person is going to treat you like that, or the next person is going to talk to you like that. You're always going to have your guard up. You're always going to be just waiting for the next person to hurt you. And I just don't understand why we as human beings are waiting for someone to hurt us. Don't we all want to be happy? Don't we all want to be loved? Don't we all want to eventually be in relationships and have families? I know some of us don't want kids or anything like that, but a wife and a husband, or a wife and a wife, a husband and a husband, whatever you prefer, that's still a family. That's still communion. That's still a relationship that matters. And I'm growing up in a generation that is so far left of that concept. Like, people are so easy to leave people nowadays. People are so easy to turn their back on their closest friend. People are so easy to snake people nowadays. People are so easy to, talk bad on someone's name, do this, do that. And, I'm guilty of it. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm not one of those people, or I wasn't one of those people. But through this journey that I've been going through, I'm starting to realize that I don't want to be one of those people. I don't want to look at anybody else with any type of disdain or hatred or anything. I want to look at everybody, whether they did me wrong, right, indifferent. I want to look at everybody equally. I want to look at everybody with love. I want to look at everybody with compassion. I want to look at everybody with humility. The key word through this whole journey that I've been going through right now is humility. I have found humility through Jesus Christ. I have prayed, and I have cried, and I have, spent countless nights doing nothing, just sitting in this house, doing nothing, feeling sorry for myself, throwing a pity party. And, I kept telling myself, oh no, you're not throwing a pity party. You're just trying to make your emotions be heard, or you're just trying to, but why? Why did I need to be heard or seen by anybody when I'm not hearing or seeing myself? Like, I'm not looking in the mirror and really saying to myself, it's me and you, buddy. I love you. Whether anybody else loves you, I love you. Jesus Christ loves you. So why does it matter what anybody else thinks? Why does it matter your opinion? You trying to force your opinion on somebody else, or force somebody else to feel some type of way about themselves, or do whatever type of weird stuff, or put out whatever type of weird energy that you're doing. That's gonna come back to you. Anything that you put out into the earth comes back to you. Whenever I've heard so many people say, oh, I hope they get their karma, all right, or their comeuppance is coming, or I'm gonna put a hex on them, or whatever. Not understanding that energy is gonna come back at them tenfold. So you're gonna wish karma on somebody, or you're gonna go out and find your nearest witch or whatever to put a hex on your ex, or your old best friend, or whoever. You're gonna do all these things to try to manipulate God's plan in the universe. You're gonna get punished. That behavior isn't gonna go unseen. You think that because someone made you feel some type of way, you deserve to ruin their life without any type of repercussions or anything. People just don't think. People don't think about stuff like that. And that's why I'm saying I want to have a higher elevation, a higher mindset. I don't want to think about people in the mindset or the manipulation or the just the brain rot that goes through this generation. I don't want to see people in that light. I want to see everybody in the same light. I understand I'm not a perfect person. I have done so many things that I either don't want to talk about or haven't healed from, or people have done to me, trauma that I have to deal with from childhood or whatever. Just a lot of things that I was dealing with that fundamentally were making me a worse and worse person that I wasn't understanding. And it wasn't until recently, when I've been getting reconnected with Jesus and putting my faith in God and walking with faith and trying to walk with promise and walk with a purpose, it wasn't until then that I realized that the only person that I really needed validation from or anything like that was me. The only person that I needed to love me was me, because I cannot live through other people. I cannot walk in other people's shoes. Like, everybody says, oh, like, put yourself in that person's shoes, or, try to walk a mile in my shoes, or, whatever, this, that, and the third. And, you can think that you're doing that. You can tell yourself that you're a better person because you thought about how this other person would feel about something. But that doesn't make you a better person. That doesn't make you understand that person anymore, because you're not them. Okay, you have no idea what they're going through. You have no idea. You have no idea what they've been through. You have no idea what's going on at home. You have no idea what's going on in their head. You just have no idea. So sitting here with this prejudice that we have for the common folk or for the common person just doesn't really make sense or really sit well for me in my situation. Not in my situation. It doesn't really sit well for me in my heart or in my brain. Like, I don't understand why we live in I don't understand why we live in a civilization to where we have to tear each other down, to where we have to divide, to where we have to be so different, to where we have to set gender norms and set societal standards and follow this and follow that, and we have to look at what this person's doing on social media and build our relationships off of what they're doing in Love Island, or my sex life needs to be exactly how it was in 50 Shades of Grey, or I need to be a top Fortnite player just like Ninja was. Like, you're not those people. And a lot of these things that you're looking at on social media and in the movies and all these other things are false narratives. You have to understand that it takes humility, it takes time, it takes patience. And that's one thing I'm learning myself. It takes patience more than anything. It takes patience, it takes time, it takes dedication, it takes hard work to change yourself as a person. It's easy to have friends. It's easy to be in relationships. It's easy to have family. Only if you're secure within yourself, though. And if you're not, if you keep going on these same vicious, demonic, these cycles that you're on, like if you keep going through these vicious, demonic cycles that you're on, you never will progress. Like, you have to kill the old you. You have to destroy that person. You have to, and not destroy, because everybody knows, energy can neither be created nor destroyed. So it's not like you can actually become a new person. You can't create a new body and just transfer your energy into that new, meat hole or what? Like, you can't just do that. Neither can you. I mean, you can, but we're not doing that. Okay, we're not doing that. So it's like, you can't just destroy yourself, but you can transfer your energy to a higher position. You can elevate yourself. You can destroy whatever captivity, whatever bonds, whatever it was that was holding you back, that was keeping you from becoming this better version of yourself. And you can work for it, and you can be dedicated towards it, and you can be disciplined, and you can find humility, and you can pray, or you can do whatever you have to do to become the person that you've always wanted to be, to become the person who you're supposed to be, to become the person that God put you on this earth to be. Every single one of us has a purpose, or we wouldn't be here. Every single one of us. And I know some people are out there thinking, oh, well, what about the person that, whatever about. God has a plan. Why are you questioning it? I don't question it. You know, the non-believer in me in the past has questioned it. The non-believer in me in the past has been like, why, God? Why are you doing this to me? The non-believer in me in the past has asked these questions and tried to control his life and tried to manipulate what God had for me, what God's plan was for me. But now the believer in me is walking by faith. The believer in me is walking by discipline. The believer in me is walking with humility. The believer in me is holding his head up high, his chest out, and he's taking on this world that's already his. You know, as a kid and growing up, I've always said, I want to take on this world. I want to be a change in this world. I want to do for others. I want to be the change or be the difference in this world. Not understanding that when I was born, God gave me the world. That was the first gift I ever received as a child, was the entire world. He gave it to you too. He gave it to every single one of us. Every single one of us has the ability, the capability, the courage, the guts, the skills, whatever it may be, to be a king or a queen. Every single one of us. So what are you waiting for? Why are you still sitting scrolling through TikTok? Why are you still sitting scrolling through Instagram? Why are you still swiping on Tinder and swiping on Bumble? Why aren't you living more? Why aren't you going outside? Why aren't you, and I know it's cold right now. I'm not gonna say that I'm outside that heavily. You know, I'm going through a phase in my life. I'm going through a phase in my life to where like I said, I'm destroying the old me. So I need to be by myself. I need to heal for myself. But once I'm confident and comfortable enough to get back out in the world, best believe me, I'll be out there. And I'll be putting on a different face than anyone has ever seen before. I'll be wearing a different energy than anyone has ever seen before. And it's like I'm gonna be a brand new person. People won't even understand what happened to me. They're gonna be like, whoa, man, did you? Hey, my walk is my walk. You gotta walk your own path. You gotta do it for you. I can't do it for you. I can try to motivate you. I can try to give you wise words. I can try to encourage you to be different, but you have to do it for yourself. You have to destroy that old you that's slacking, that's lacking, that's sitting in the bed all day, that's watching, things we shouldn't be watching on our phones, that's sleeping in the bed all day, that's scrolling through these sad TikToks, that's using and abusing people without, whether you know what you're doing or not, you're still hurting someone at the end of the day. And you have to change that behavior. You have to change those habits in you. You have to understand that behavior is not okay. It's not okay to hurt someone else just because you're hurting. It's not okay to treat somebody else a certain type of way because someone treated you a certain type of way. It is not okay to look at your brethren and your sisters in this world and not love them how you love yourself. You have to love every single person the way that you love yourself. And if you don't love yourself, that's where the problem lies. If you don't look in the mirror and think that you're the strongest, most confident, most attractive, wealthiest, most faithful, most humble, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't think that you are the very best, when you look at yourself in the mirror, then you have to change yourself. You have to become someone who does. You have to become someone who does look in the mirror like this. When I see this person, when I look back at myself, I want to love that man. And I'm straight. I'm not even like, but I want to love the image of me. I want to love the creation, this creation that God made. God made me. I am a creation of our Creator. That is amazing. That is amazing. A lot of people don't even think about that. You are a creation. You are a piece of artwork. Did you not hear me? You are a piece of artwork. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. I painted that. So just like I hang this on the wall for everybody to see because I'm so proud of it, God put you into this world to hang you for everybody to see. Because he's proud of you. He loves you. He is so proud of his creation. You have to be proud too. You have to love yourself too. You have to love yourself just as much as God loves you. You have to love God just as much as you love your parents. He is the Father. He is the Father of all fathers. You have to destroy that old you. Is anybody listening to me right now? You have to destroy the old you. You have to become a better version of yourself. You have to strive for your goals. You have to get up and work for it day after day after day after day until it becomes a habit, until it becomes part of your daily schedule, until it becomes a part of your routine. If something isn't part of your routine, it's not getting done. Let's be honest with ourselves. If something isn't part of your daily routine, 9 times out of 10, it's not getting done. It's getting forgotten. It's getting pushed to the side. It's getting said, I'll do that later. It's getting said, I'll do that tomorrow. You have to change what you're doing every single day so that you can create a new routine, new habits. Surround yourself with different people. Surround yourself with different surroundings. Surround yourself with a different environment. Surround yourself. Go outside, go in nature. I know it's cold, but we all have jackets. We all have the ability to put on a coat and go enjoy God's planet, to go enjoy God's creation. We all have the capability to get up and make that $1 million, to make that $100,000, to make that salary, to get that new job, to work for what you want to work for. We're not understanding, we're not clicking, we're not destroying our old selves so that we can become new. We're not looking within ourselves to understand where we went wrong. What are we doing, people? We have to be better. We have to know better. We have to act better. We have to be better. No one's gonna push you harder than you can push yourself. No one's gonna make you chase after that dream that you've always had for your entire life other than you. No one else even knows what your dream is. It's your dream. It's in your head. You can share it with somebody else, but that's not gonna make them want it for you. That's not gonna make them push you towards what you need to do in your life. You have to do that. You have to make the change. You have to destroy your old self. Only you know who you are. You know your flaws. You know your sins. You know what you've done wrong. You know what you've done right. You know when you were being too naive. You know when you were being too boastful. You know when you were being too prideful. You know when you were talking to that person a way that you weren't supposed to be. You know when you did wrong. You know. Stop acting like you don't. You know. And that's why only you can change you. Only you can be a better you. Only you can make tomorrow different. My 2 biggest things that I say to myself, 3, honestly, 3. My 3 biggest things I say to myself recently, better than yesterday. Better than yesterday. I've been saying that to myself for probably about a year now, better than yesterday. If you're 1% better than you were yesterday, in 50 days, that doesn't mean that you're 50% better all of a sudden. That just means that you're working towards the goal that you want to obtain. That means that you're working towards the better you. That means that you're working towards being a better person. That means you're working towards being the person you want to be for the people that you love. That's great. You have to take it one step at a time, and even if it's one baby step, one millistep, that's not even a real thing. You know what I mean, though? Even if it's the tiniest little big toe dip in the water, you're doing something. You're trying to get used to that uncomfortability. One thing I said to my friend recently is that you have to become uncomfortable to become comfortable. And he looked at me and he said, huh? And I was like, dude, listen to me. You have to become uncomfortable so that you can become comfortable. You have to take yourself out of that environment that you're in. No matter how much you love the people you surround yourself with, no matter how much fun you think you guys have together, you're not where you want to be in life. So you're way too comfortable being around these people, and they're not motivating you to do better. They're not pushing you towards their goals. They're not telling you that you need to do this or get this better job or, be this better person. So you're just steady doing the same thing, steady going out every weekend, steady texting all day long, steady sending silly memes, sending funny TikToks. You're wasting your life. You're wasting your life. You have to understand that to become comfortable for a long time, I'm not talking about temporary comfortability, for to become comfortable for the rest of your life, you have to deal with a little bit, maybe a lot, honestly. You're gonna have to deal with a little bit of uncomfortability, and that's okay. That's okay, people. That's okay. It's okay to be uncomfortable. It's okay. As long as you're working towards what you want to do, as long as you're being better than yesterday, 1% better every day, it's okay to be uncomfortable right now because it's not forever. You want the uncomfortability to be temporary, not the comfortability. So if you have to deal with a little bit of temporary uncomfortability to be comfortable for the rest of your life, do that. Do that. What are you waiting for? What do you mean? Start now. Start now. But, sorry, I got a little off track. 2, humility. Humility has been so big for me because I had to humble myself. I had to realize what I was doing wrong. I had to realize why these things were happening to me so that I could change them. I had to recognize the flaws. I had to recognize the ripples. I had to recognize the tears. I had to recognize the cracks in my foundation to realize that you cannot build a home on cracked foundation. You can't. You cannot build a home on cracked foundation. You have to be better. You have to seal those cracks. You have to rehome. You have to go to a new location and start all over from the bottom up. You have to start from the dirt. You have to start from the dirt, the ashes. You have to realize starting over is not a bad thing. Waiting is a bad thing. Waiting to do it tomorrow, waiting to do it later, waiting. You're gonna be waiting for the rest of your life. What are you waiting on? Who are you waiting for? The only person you need is you. The only person you need to achieve your goals is you. Who are you waiting for? Who are you waiting for? And the third thing, I honestly forgot what the third thing is. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I forgot what the third thing is. But main things that you need to focus on when you're trying to elevate to the top, when you're trying to achieve your goals, when you're on a mission. You have to understand those two concepts. And I'll put the third concept in a different video whenever I remember it. You know, I'm pretty sure that these concepts, these way of lives, the things I learned throughout this journey, I'm gonna have more and more. And eventually I'm gonna post, like, I'm gonna put them right here. You know, once I figure out all this editing and stuff, you know, I'm brand new to this. So once I figure out all that, I'm gonna put it right here. I'm gonna post it right here. I'm gonna have a whole list. I'm hoping to have a list of 10 principles to change your life. Because you have to change it. You have to start now. You have to start now. What are you waiting for? Who are you waiting for? No one's gonna do it for you. No one's gonna push you past your limits. No one's gonna push you off the couch. No one's gonna turn off your TV for you. No one's gonna lock your phone for you. No one's gonna push you to the gym. Nobody. Why? Because they have their own stuff to deal with. They have their own stuff that they're dealing with. They have their own problems. They have their own family. They have their own friends. They have their own. That they have to deal with. So you have to deal with what's yours. You and yours. Take care of that first. Take care of you and yours. And then deal with the rest. But that's all I gotta say for tonight, y'all. You know, I hope that this channel really can grow. This is something that I've been really wanting to do for a really long time. You know, just sitting and talking. I understand why people do this. Like, this has made me feel so good. Like, I know I stumbled over my words a little bit, but I just become I'm becoming more and more comfortable behind a camera, behind a screen, you know, letting my message be heard by the people. Because that's what it's all about. It's not about how you feel about it. It's about the message that you have to preach to the people. It's about the message that God put in your heart to tell other people. You're helping someone else. That's all that matters. You know, I don't care about the money. I don't care about the fame. I care about helping other people. I don't want to see other people go through the same stuff I went through. I don't want to see people go through heartbreak like I went through heartbreak. I don't want to see people go through trauma like I went through trauma. I don't want to see other people go through the things that I went through. So I want to put my message out here so that maybe it can help somebody younger than me, even older than me. Maybe it can help somebody so that they don't have to suffer the way that I did, so that they don't have to cry the way that I did, so that they don't have to feel the way that I felt. I want everybody to be happy. I want everybody to spread their message. I want everybody to be heard. I want everybody to feel loved. But it starts with you. It starts at home. It starts with you. It starts with destroying that old you that isn't getting things done, that is sitting on the couch all day, that's doing non-productive things, that's not striving towards the dreams that they want to strive towards. You have to get what you want to get done. You have to destroy the old you. Become a new person. Build a new foundation. Change location, change scenery. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to stay in the same place forever. You don't have to stay in the same comfortability forever, because that spot is only going to be comfortable for so long. You can't sleep on the same mattress for your whole life. You can't fit into the same shirt for your whole life. You have to change. You have to build. You have to grow. Your body changes. Your mind changes. You know, you don't think that your situation should change too? You don't think that your circumstance should change? You don't think that your outcome in life should change? You don't think that your scenery should change? You don't think that everything is constantly changing. And the world will change without you if you don't go after what you want to go after. I'm sorry, that's just the harsh truth of it. The world will leave you behind if you don't keep walking forward. So there's things that you have to do, things that you have to learn about yourself, so that you can continue to walk, you can continue on your journey, you can start your journey All it takes is day one. You keep saying one day. Make today day one. Make today day one. Make today day one. And I remember number 3 now. I remember number 3. Number 1, better than yesterday. Number 2, humility. Number 3, I can change my life. 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 Who can change my life? Me. I can change my life. I will change my life. I will be better. I will show people different. I will achieve everything that I want to achieve. I will follow God's plan. I will continue on this journey. I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping. Nothing can stop me. Nobody can stop me. It's me versus me. There's no one left. There's no one left. It's just me. It's just me. So if I don't push me, and I don't want to say, like, I have family. Like, I have family. I'm always gonna have family. But I don't have no friends left. I don't have a girlfriend. It's just me. It's just me. I'm the only one who can push me. I'm the only one who can level up my circumstance. So what would be the point of holding back, waiting? What would be the point of saying, I'll do it later, tomorrow? No, none of that. Stop. You're delaying your progress. You're delaying your future. You're delaying your victories. You're delaying your blessings. You're delaying. You can change your life. You can change your life. You can change your life. Say it with me. You can change your life. You can change your life. I can change my life. I can change my life. I can't change your life. You can change your life. But I can change my life. And by changing my life, I can help you change your life. But I can't do it for you. Just like you can't do it for me. I have to do it for myself. We have to do it for each other. You have to do it for the person that you love. You have to do it for the person that you care for. You have to do it for the people who are going to be in your life, the people you're going to love, the people you're going to care for, your future children if you want those. You have to do it. You have to think about someone other than yourself, but you have to think of yourself at the same time. And I know I may be confusing some people who aren't hearing me right now. I may be, just yapping. Oh, he's just yapping. Oh, he's just yapping. No, I've got a message. I've got something to say. So if you're not listening, you don't have to listen. I'm not forcing you to stay here. But for those who are listening, thank you. I appreciate it. And I continue to keep doing this. I continue to keep making videos. I want to be consistent. I want to do this. I've always wanted to do YouTube. So this is what I'm gonna do. I've sat here for the last 30 minutes and I love doing this way more than anything I've ever done in my life. I've done TikToks, I've worked, I've done all these things to try to find my niche. This right here, I love this. I feel so comfortable doing this right now. I feel so comfortable talking to this screen right now, this camera right now. Oh man, it feels so good to find your purpose. It feels so good to find what you're supposed to do in life. Find what you're supposed to do in life. I'm finding what I'm supposed to do in life. Find what you're supposed to do in life. You can change your life. Man, that's all I gotta say, man. Stay tuned for more videos. Like I said, it's your boy Matt Micah. I'll see you. Peace.